There's a question on my card.
Oh, God.
Which is, I think, my favourite question ever on a card. It reads, was it at the cock that you learned to squeal like a pig?
No, that's because I do a good pig noise. It's my party trick. Oh, gosh, I've really made a fool out of myself.
No. Give us a bit of pig noise. And very quickly, we don't want to make anyone cry, but there are sad days in the publishing world in Australia. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm afraid Dolly Magazine has shut its doors. And Dolly Magazine was very important to you when you were starting out, wasn't it? Yeah.
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 I got on the cover of Dolly Magazine.
There we go.
Oh,
there you are on the cover of the magazine. Yeah. Looking stunning. They've got a giant Michael Jackson.
Are you being facetious?
No, you look fabulous.
I dyed my hair red. I was only like 14.
Is your...
It wasn't red like that. Everyone always thinks it was that red, and it wasn't. No, they dyed it red.
Inside, though, some fabulous high fashion shots of you.
Oh, God.
No, this is beautiful. This just it gives you an idea of the quality of fashion in Dolly Magazine. That is a lovely... It's a lovely shiny jacket, and I have to say, these rope seams, I'm not sure they ever caught on, the rope seam. I've never seen them before in my life. But this next picture, this is... You can tell.
God, you're brutal.
So, no, there's only one more. So,
I honestly wish my hair was like that now. It's so dreadful. Because I have to say, anyone that has curly hair that's young, keep your curly hair, don't straighten it, because after a while, you don't get your curls back.
Really?
So, no, they kind of become just frizz mass. I mean, that is frizz mass, but I kind of like that. But yeah, it's gone. So I'm like an old woman now where I say, don't dye your hair and don't straighten your curls.
But I like that idea. You know, when photographers in movies, when they're doing, you know, fashion, and they're always like, oh, look sexy, or give me something, give me this, or, you know, try this,
Yeah.
What had the photographer said
Oh, you're so
before this picture?
Why aren't you doing this to anybody else?
You look great! Is this the sort of thing you're after? Now, since we last saw you, Emma Stone, on this show, you went and won an Oscar. Well done, you. Yes. Yeah. And there's, you know, often people in this picture go, you know, oh, I never dreamt of this moment. But you did more than dream of this moment. I mean, you planned this.
It wasn't that specific.
For that movie.
To be fair. No, I mean, what, you mean just like in terms of my childhood
Yes, when you
dreams?
When you made your pitch to your parents.
Yes. This story will never die.
Well, no, but I know. How old are you when you did it? Because it's amazing.
I was 14. I was almost 15, and I made a PowerPoint presentation for my parents.
But this was... So you wanted to move to LA, and they didn't want you to go. They weren't going to let you move. Is that it?
Well, no, they hadn't even heard the idea yet.
Oh,
it was just like, I realized if I'm gonna, you know, we lived about a 6-hour drive from LA in Phoenix, Arizona, and I realized I couldn't just come home in my freshman year of high school, which is, what, grade 9? 9th grade? Sure. Okay. And I realized I couldn't just walk in and go like, I'm moving. I'm 14 and here I go. So I decided to make a PowerPoint presentation about why it would be a good idea for me to move to Los Angeles and follow my big dreams.
But the presentation ended with...
With a... Let me go? What?
No, didn't it end with...
you probably remember more about it than I do.
Well, doesn't it end... It ends with you putting up the picture, and it says, Emma Stone, actress, best... Was it best actress?
No!
No, didn't it end...
Who told you that?
It ended with you winning an Oscar.
First of all, my name is Emily. So there's no way it said Emma.
Okay.
And then... No!
So you didn't say you were going to win an Oscar? Why are we telling this story?
No! Why are we telling this story?
was the point of the story?
She was going to win an Oscar.
That's what I thought. I thought the whole point of this...
That's crazy.
I thought, well, it's quite crazy anyway.
It is
but
crazy. It's crazy across the board, but that would have made it like absolutely she's going somewhere, and it's not there. It's somewhere else.
Oh, well, you won an Oscar. There you go.
Well.
It all ended well. It all ended well.
I've built a career of being mistaken for Ed Sheeran. I've had it quite a few times.
Do you get laid?
You what?
Do you get laid? I'm just wondering. I meet ginger people all the time that are like, thanks.
Yes. So I get...
That's a little awkward now, Josh, isn't it?
So I'm now the only Ed Sheeran that's not getting laid. I've got the worst of both worlds.
I was literally just talking about this with Christina backstage because there is a kid who his job is like people employ him to when they can't get me for stuff they employ him to look like.
Is this guy? Is it?
Yeah.
You've met him. You've met him.
Mate, that's not cool. I don't think
I thought that was like a doctored picture of you.
What, really?
No, wait. Here you are together.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness, you do like...
That was a while back, though. I've managed to grow a little bit of facial hair.
He looks like you looking into a spoon.
Yeah, they can't. I could only when I filmed the Bridget Jones film, I could only do one day instead of two, so they cast him for the second day. And
no.
He actually cops off with Bridget's mate in it.
Oh, good.
Wow.
So again, getting people laid, it's working.
No, but actually, you have done a great job because so many people post pictures, particularly quite beautiful women, post pictures thinking that they've met you. And sometimes, like...
It's always just a fat dude who looks a bit drunk that's kind of like that.
I didn't want to say that, but you're right. I mean, some of these are quite ropey. Met Ed Sheeran last night. How happy does he look?
I'll tell you what. He is definitely getting laid.
Bryce, one of our good friends on the show, Jessica Chastain.
Yes.
She's talked about people thinking she's you, and it's happened to you.
And vice versa.
I didn't understand was that it was happening before either of you were famous.
Yes. So I went to school in New York. I went to NYU, and Jess went to school in New York as well. She went to Juilliard, and there were many times, I remember this distinctly, there were many times, first time it happened, I went into a Starbucks, and where people would mistake me for someone named Jess. And so I went into a Starbucks, and I went up to the cashier, and I went to order something, and he was like, no, Jess, your drink's over there. And I was like, oh, no, I haven't ordered yet. And he was like, pfft. Like, what are you
That's so
trying
Jess.
to be like?
Well,
You're
so Jess.
toying with me. And I just remember being kind of like, it was like a little unnerving because he was so certain that we were the same person. And then a lot of friends, later in years to come, would say, "Oh my gosh, there's this woman named Jessica Chastain, and you guys are, you could totally be sisters." And
Did you have to fight for Lois Lane to be a redhead?
No, I was actually prepared to dye my hair. I thought for sure they're going to color my hair, but Zach liked the idea that she was just who she was, and I was a little concerned because I thought people would have a hard time accepting it, and I'm sure I did not read the comments because don't want to know. No! I'm sure there was plenty of that. I know. Well, it's so funny. In the States, if you have red hair, you're like sassy and fiery and like ready to go. And here, it's like you're a ginger. It's like, I'll stay over there. Okay.
Are Doctor Who fans, do they sort of drop ex-companions like a hot potato? Or are you a companion forever, do you think?
I would like to be a companion forever.
I think so.
Oh,
thanks.
No, I think so.
Because the Whovians are kind of well known for being quite mad.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic, yeah. Good save, thanks. So what sort of mad things have you got sent?
Enthusiastic things.
Well, there's this one guy who sends me a postcard from every place that he goes on holiday, and he just holidays consistently. And the last postcard that I received was from my hometown. I was like, oh my God. And he was like, I hope to bump into you.
Really?
It was really sweet though, he's nice.
No, call the police.
I'd like to hear from him.
That's weird.
Maybe he's in the audience.
Michael Fassbender, you learned some special skills, I believe, for this film.
That's right. As I was saying, the parkour elements. So I got to perfect the roly-poly.
Now, you must have known how to do a roly-poly at one time in your life.
That you could do one?
Not now. I'm 53. But when I was 13, I could do a roly-poly.
You think you can do a roly-poly?
No, because I have tried.
That's right.
I don't know what it is.
Like a
Roly-poly,
forward
it's a head over heels thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to see?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Well, I might tear the suit, though. That's the problem. You have to do it with me.
But
I'm going to show you
can't do it.
Yes, you can.
No, I will look. No, I will look.
Come on.
No, I will look. No, I will look like. It will look like abuse. No, it will look like abuse in a nursing home. It will look like you've dragged someone out of bed and you're kicking them down the corridor.
We have to show Marion
Okay.
how exactly it works.
You do it first.
Okay.
You do it first.
So basically,
Remind
I'm
me.
going to end up off the stage.
Don't do that. But are you going to do a really fancy one?
No, so basically you have to keep your hand attached.
I could never do that. Never do that.
Wait, try it.
No, I used to do. I thought you were just going to do that thing where you do that and then just roll over.
No, but then you hurt yourself.
I could never do that.
But if you place your forearm down first and then tuck your head over.
I can't do that.
Try it.
I'll die. This is awful. What do I do?
I'll just stand here in case you go off the edge.
But I wasn't really paying attention. So you.
Yeah, so you hand, forearm,
Yes.
and then tuck your shoulder over and stay on that side. Don't go straight down your spine. But hand, arm, and just tuck your head over.
Okay, so
Don't think about it too much.
hand, arm,
Yeah.
and then I just go over.
This bit here.
Yeah.
Hand, this bit, and then just roll over.
Okay. So I won't get over.
Yeah, you will.
In this country, and you know this, that in this country, we have an odd relationship with red hair.
You guys are so mean to your redheads.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
I don't understand it. It doesn't happen in, well, it happens a little bit in the United States. But you guys are really mean.
But not to you.
Well, one time to me, I mean, I was working in Thailand with a bunch of British guys, and they were telling me that everyone, calls him Ginger and makes fun. I was like, no, that doesn't happen. And then I was in the airport in Bangkok, and I heard these English guys go, Ginger! Ginger! Screaming at me. I was like, really?
But what was it? Didn't your parents kind of prep
Yeah.
you for school? Any trouble you might have in school?
Yeah, I was an odd kid. I mean, actually, that photo you showed me as a child was probably in the 80s. It was definitely in the 80s.
Okay.
And you saw, my hairstyle and my crooked tooth hanging out of my mouth. And so whenever people would, make fun of me, call me Carrot Top, whatever, I'd come home crying. And my parents would give me comebacks, So then I'd go to school the next day and they would, make fun of me, call me Carrot Top. And I just turn around and I go, Carrot Tops are green. Right?
Of course. Yeah.
Facts.
Eat that.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zing.
Right in my face.